Окей, hi. Hi everyone. Привет, Лу. Что за значок? Ты о чем именно? Let me check out the stream settings. Yeah, it should work. Okay now. So yeah, I wanted to play it properly at this time. I played it half of the game several times, never finished. Релизник, отсасанность Святого Духа. Да, эта картинка уже очень давно стоит. Как дела? Yeah, I cannot change my name. I'm nameless. So there are 6 attributes. As far as I know, I don't need strength or dexterity as much. Все печально. Кончились каникулы. Ну да, понятно. Я нормально. Ничего так. .30, вот. Где новый резидент? Он же еще не вышел даже вроде. Он же, по-моему, 25-го, нет? Я не прошел, еще половину даже их. 5-й, 6-й и 3-й я так и не прошел. Потом подзабил. Ну, демо-версия, да. Intelligence disability score represents your memory, reasoning, and deductive skills. The high intelligence helps you regain memories faster, gives you more dialogue options, and aids your mage skills. И можем бесплатно скачать. Демо-версия. Your intelligence is average. Is above average. It's 13. Exceptional if it's 15. Genius if 17. Видел когда-нибудь эту игру вообще? Planescape. Ей уже почти 20 лет. Или 20 лет уже. Старенькая. Wisdom. This ability score represents your intuition, common sense, and willpower. A high wisdom helps you recall memories and give you bonus experience points. Это РПГшка партийная. Я еще даже не начал. Просто менюшка начальная. Ну, то есть в стиле Pillars of Eternity, Divinity, там всяких Baldur's Gate. Constitution. Just health. Не, на Diablo не похоже. Здесь боевки мало. Здесь очень много текста. Как бы наоборот. Diablo наоборот. Charisma. This ability score represents your persuasiveness, personal magnetism, an ability to lead. The higher your charisma, the more favorably others will react. Yeah. I'm not sure what's the best way to play it, but my character will be kind of a mage. Have a lot of intelligence, wisdom and charisma, and also it affects all the dialogues. Maybe I don't need strength and dexterity. Я, например, вот прокачиваю только интеллект и харизму, чтобы болтать. Типа они открывают диалоги дополнительные. Эту игру часто сравнивали там с Fallout'ом, новыми Fallout'ами или Mass Effect'ом. Там мало вариантов диалога, в отличие от этой игры. Да, здесь очень это, открываются новые варианты. На, погромче сделать. Наверное. А это ремастер-версия. Обновленная. Так что она выглядит немножко лучше. А так она 99-го года, вроде. Времен первых Fallout'ов. Очень. Who are you? Who am I? How about you start? Who are you? 20 лет, да. Она, по-моему, 99-го, вроде бы. I ask you first, Skull. Yeah, and I ask you second. What's your name? You first, Skull. It's the last time I will ask. You're tighter than a wet rope. Alright. I'll be the nice guy here. Name's Morty. Who are you? I don't know. I can't remember. Fallout чуть не заходит. Но новые Fallout'ы. Имеешь в виду? Который последний. Знаешь, тебе фэнтези больше нравится. Чем это? Постапокалипсис. You can't remember your name? Well, next time you will spend a night in this burg. Go easy on the bob. Name's Morty. I'm trapped in here too. Trapped? Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet. Here's the chant. I've tried all the doors, and this room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. Просто ничего не могу сказать. Но я сам... Я играл, но так и ни разу не прошел первый Fallout до конца. Так же, как и эту игру, я половину прошел только. We're locked in? Where? What is this place? It's called the mortuary. It's a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. Mortuary? What, am I dead? Кстати, я не знаю, у этой игры был ли официальный русский перевод или только фанатский. В русский есть перевод, но, наверное, только фанатский, неофициальный. Фэнтези — это открытый мир разных существ, миров. Не, ну кому как нравится. Некоторые только космос любят, фэнтези не переваривают. Not from where I'm standing. You got scars aplenty though. Looks like some burg painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place the love before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars? How bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chest aren't too bad. But the ones on your back, more to poses. Say, looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Tells out something. This on my back? They say. Как вы посоветуешь игру с фэнтези? Типа Скайрима? Новую? Ну, Divinity хорошая. Как она... Divinity Original Sin. Но она не как Skyrim. Там вид сверху. Как тут. Похоже на Skyrim что-нибудь. Надо подумать, если вообще есть что-нибудь хорошее. Недавно. Looks like you come with directions. Morta clears his throat. Let's see. It starts with... I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash. But you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that will shed some light on the dark of the matter. Ferret can fill you in on the rest of the chant, if he's not in the dead book already. Ferret? Does it say anything else? Yeah, there is a bit more. More to poses. Let's see, it goes on. Don't lose the journal, or we'll be up the sticks again. And whatever you do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you. Oh, they will put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you, read the journal, then find Ferret. No wonder my back hurts. There's a damn novel written there. For that journal, I'm supposed to have with me. Was there one with me while I was lying here? Больше 1000 игр, так что посоветуй. Хороших RPG, похоже на Skyrim, не так уж много. Мака ты знаешь. Причем он не прям так сильно похож. Все похожи, ну, все, что я могу придумать, они старые. Из новых я не знаю. Чтобы что-нибудь выходило. No, you were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Besides, looks like you get enough of a journal penned on your body. What about Ferret? Do you know him? Nobody I know. But then again, I don't know many people, still. Some Bergs get to know where to find Ferret. Once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, all the doors are locked. So we'll need the key. Chances are, one of the walking corpses in this room has it. Walking corpses? Да, кстати, вообще начало этой игры. Твой персонаж, главный, бессмертный. Главный герой, он бессмертен. Но когда он... То есть он перерождается, но он теряет память. То есть нас убили недавно. Мы переродились. Главный герой потерял память. И оказался, типа, в морге. Надо выбраться из морга. Hey, Ваташи, hi. You know Planescape? Ты играл, знаешь? Я проходил половину. Потом как-то подзабил. Но игра очень хорошая. В новую Лару я еще вторую не прошел. Предпоследнюю, Rise. Вот, как она называется. Короче, последние две я не проходил. Нужно поиграть. Бессмертие эту. Можно, наверное. Зачем можно только болтать игру? Просто часами болтать. Да, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Еще не допрошел. Я пытался в нее поиграть, потом опять забросил. И последнюю, да, не играл еще. Yeah, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies, cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they are harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first. Isn't there some other way? I don't want to kill them just for a key. So I should attack one of these corpses and loot it for the key? Well, before you do that, arm yourself first. I think there is a scalpel on one of the shelves around here. Yeah, search the shelves. Backpack button. Alright. Только слышал, в курсе, что культовая вещь. Новая играл. Ну, новая... От нее только название осталось. Она, типа... Никак не связана, насколько я знаю. Идея только. Такая философская идея, та же самая вроде. А тогда, типа, одна из лучших РПГ считается. По камере сюжетно. Можно пройти не воюя, только болтая. Ты прошел. Скучная. Вторая хуже, чем первая, да? Новая красочная, графон топ. Хотя у новой части, последней, самые низкие оценки. Hey, Courtney. Hey. One last thing. Those corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them, like being kissed by a battering ram, if they start getting on an edge on you, remember, you can run, and they can't. Just to keep some distance, if you need to recover. Hold down the shift key. Yep.
Done.
Need to save. I don't need to click through dialogues. Something happens. That's the Chinese, the Japanese symbol for middle. Average or middle. Философская идея: Лара попала на остров, хочет с него выбраться. Уж последняя часть, она как бревно. Ну да. Кстати, там очень сильно постарались феминистки над Mortal Kombat пишут. Все персонажи женские стали это пострашней. What's this game about? It's a very, very long RPG which came out in 1999, 20 years ago. It's based on Forgotten Realms universe, so there are books about it. Your main hero is immortal,
I'm gone,
but he can lose memories. So someone tried to kill me. I'm still alive, but I lost my memory. And now I need to figure out what to do and escape mortuary. It's interesting.
done.
Перерождаешься смерть тоже присутствует. То есть не только идея, но сюжет. Ну, да, как-то часть разработчиков та же самая. Идея, сюжет. А мир другой, боевка другая, как бы все. В остальном другое. Это как Fallout и Wasteland. Типа у них есть общие черты. Игры просто пострадали. Может, комиссия, которая отвечает за контроль качества, возглавила женщина, но... Возможно. Не хотят этих скандалов типа. That's a creepy. So yeah, it's a very long game with a lot of text. So it's I know it's not interesting to watch, but I really want to play it. I really enjoy it. I found scalpel. Alright, you found a scalpel. Now go get those corpses. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. By the way, scalpel is the same in Russian, but pronounced scalpel. Митинги, протесты. Они что хотят с собой Майдан в своей стране. I thought it would have been a 90s game, but then again, it had been a new game trying to imitate old school style. Yeah, it's actually old. It's 20 years old, but it's a remaster version. So they changed some textures and screen resolution, so it works well on new PC. Помощник или советчик игр в Steam лучший? Имеешь в виду, типа, в магазине там, которые обзоры делают? Я не обращал внимания никогда. Я не смотрю на обзоры сам. Я имею в виду на чужие обзоры. Maybe you could help me, Morta. I will be helping you. Good advice. Hard to come by. I meant help in attacking the corpse. Me? I'm a romantic, not a soldier. I was just getting away. When I attack this corpse, you better be right there with me, or you'll be the next thing I will plunge this scalpel in. Alright, I'll help you. If you wish Morta to help you attack, simply make sure that both of you are selected, and when you attack the corpse, Morta will join an attack. I'm glad we understand each other. Time to introduce these corpses to the second death. Let's go. Did your character wake from a autopsy table or sacrifice? Yeah, it's called, I don't know how it's called, there's some kind of a table. This slab is covered with dried blood and other remains. And there are this mortuary with dead people. There were kind of zombie workers here, so they are not very intelligible. They just brought me here and I got resurrected. And our character has, our main hero has a tattoo on his back, which like instruction what to do when he wakes up. And the first partner you have is a flying immortal skull of some kind of a powerful mage that died a long time ago. So it has nice humor. Your first friend is a flying skull. Я смотрю на мне вот эти паблики за эту игру. Думаешь, куплено? Ну, бывает. Бывает проплачено. Как бы это не новость. Бывает проплачивают. Смотрел отзывы на Just Cause. Да, там ее делала другая студия. Lou is asking about Just Cause, this new action game. Ее делала другая студия. На самом деле. Там, может быть, указано то же самое. Имя, но на самом деле ее делали другие люди. Те, кто делал Just Cause 3, третья часть, они сейчас делают этот Rage. Про постапокалипсис. Rage 2. Так что Just Cause 4 какой-то кривой. A system of rails is running through the whole room. It looks like the slabs in the room can be moved around on this rails. Yeah. Dialects, special ability, item, spell, weapon, fist, inventory. Spell pool. Damage 1, 2, 3. Piercing. Proficiency edged. Not usable by priests. This simple surgical cutting tool looks like it's seen a lot of use. I have bandages. Guess I can heal. Yeah, heals 3 hit points. Have an eyeball in my inventory.
Want to part with that?
Eyes cannot be removed, only switched. And skull has teeth. Mortis bite. Ни разу не играл в эту серию. Я играл первые две. Первую, вторую часть играл. Третью скупил по дешевке, но еще не играл. Типа GTA на острове. Такая более сумасшедшая. Что-то ближе к Saints Row. GTA и Saints Row нравится, то Just Cause может понравиться. I was about to say if the Scar wasn't funny, what's the point in having them as a companion? Yeah, he's supposed to be funny. Supposed to be. Рейдж предыдущий не зашел. Я, кстати, почти не играл в первую часть. Ну да, она похожа на Mad Max. Типа. Постапокалипсис какой-то. Mortis bite is lethal, and he can masticate someone to death. As long as his quick weapon slots are not as fulfilled, Morty can always select bite as his current weapon. GTA нравилась лишь за физику машин. Ну да, Just Cause физика хуже. Can I talk to zombie? I don't remember. Yeah. This corpse stops and stares blankly at you as you approach. The number 782 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed, so he cannot speak. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. I'm looking for a key. Do you happen to have one? Morty says, this looks like the lucky petitioner here, Chief. Look, he's got the key there is in his hand. This corpse looks like the one with the key. I get lucky. I started to talk to the right corpse, I guess. It is holding it tightly in its left hand. Thumb and forefinger locked around it in a death grip. It looks like you'll need to hack the corpse's hand off to free the key. I need that key, corpse. Looks like you're not long for this world. and Morty doesn't help. I know he has a spell. How to use them? Special ability. Litany of Curses. I know it attracts enemies' attention. Aggroes.
I'm gone.
Preparation room key. Still, I want to talk to them more. Need to figure out how to quickly save the game. В GTA можно покупать машины, улучшать их. Также понравились полеты на самолетах. Almost like you're reading us a book. Yeah, it will be like that. There is like a million of words in the story. Literally a million of words. It will take a week to read non-stop. It's a different door. I don't have a key. Ну, можешь третий Just Cause скачать, попробовать. Может понравится. This corpse's head lolls back and forth on its shoulders. Judging from the angle of the neck, looks like this man may have been hanged. The number 825 has been painted on the side of his head. It was great talking to you, farewell. I guess since I found the key, I have nothing to do here anymore. It's empty. I like the music. Did I make it louder, wider? It's okay. Some advice, Chief. I'll keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the famous. Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. I don't think you mentioned before. Who are these caretakers? Louder? Okay, I will make it louder in a second. The corpses here, where did they all come from? Why do you care about the female corpses? What? Are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead cheats the last chance for a couple of hardy bashers like us. You need to be chivalrous. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that. Last chance? What are you talking about? If they are dead, we are dead. See where I'm going? Huh? No. You cannot be serious. If we already got an opening line with these limping ladies, we've all died at least once. We'll have something to talk about. They will appreciate man with our kind of death experience. Wait, didn't you say before that I'm not dead? Well, alright, you might not be dead, but I am. And from where I'm standing... He doesn't have legs, by the way. I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine... Univi cadavers I see here. Mortis starts clacking his teeth, as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not likely. Oh, these caretakers again. Yeah, you can see the humor in this game. They call themselves the Dustmen. You cannot miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis on the face. They're an adult bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die. Sooner, better than later. I'm confused. Why did this Dustman care if I escape? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's got to die. Sooner, better than later. You think the corpses you've seen are happier in the dead book than out of it? The corpses I've seen here. Where did they all come from? Death visits the plains every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor souls who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Enlighten me. Yeah, alright. Enough information. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little adult after your kiss with death, so I got 2 bits of advice for you. 1, if you get questions, ask me, alright? Alright, if I have any questions, I will ask you. 2nd, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget. I had this journal I was supposed to have with me. I would do that. Start a new one then, Chief. No loss. There's plenty of parchment and ink around here to last you. Alright. It couldn't hurt. I'll make a new one then. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy in important things, like who you are, more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Alright, I got it.
Updated my journal.
Много текста в игре. Тут текста на 3 книги большие. Это примерно... Пока проходишь эту игру, тут прочитываешь всю «Игру престолов». Очень много текста. Can I change the name of the safe? Actually... yeah, I can. It's one of those text games where it makes fun of you if you ask too many questions instead of actively thinking on your own. By the way, there are 6 stats you can have. I did not invest anything in strength, dexterity or constitution. I invested all the points in charisma, wisdom and intelligence. It gives you additional dialogue options. So I will try to increase charisma later, even more. I will have more funny options to use. Когда ты раньше хотел прочесть «Игру престолов», я первую книгу прочитал, а потом просто сериал посмотрел. Читать долго книгу, когда знаешь спойлеры, уже не так интересно. Не видел магазин с данными книгами, чтобы купить весь том. Хотел именно копию бумажную, не в электронном формате, да. Lou said he wanted to read Game of Thrones once, but couldn't find a physical copy. Your character looks like Frankenstein. Yeah. I guess that's a downside of being immortal. Kinda. I guess all the zombies are the same. And they have stitched mouth, so I cannot even talk to them. Maybe I can. This corpse is shuffling from slab to slab, bandaging the corpses lying there. Number 396 is carved into his left temple, and his lips are stitched close. You notice the corpse is carrying a roll of bandages in his hand. The bandages look usable. Mind if I borrow those bandages? The corpse continues to stare at you. Try and take the bandages from the zombie. You snake your hand out and take the roll of bandages from the corpse's hand. The corpse doesn't even seem to notice. Continues going through the motions, bandaging the bodies. Examine the corpse again. I think I got some healing items. Не фанат покупать книжки. Для этого могу сделать исключение. Короля ужастиков. Бога ужасов. Стивена Кинга купил что-то. Sorry about taking those bandages from you. It's just that I need them more than the bodies here. The corpse continues to stare at you. Yeah. Find Farad. From what mortar read from the directions tattooed on my back. I need to find someone named Farad. I'm not certain where to start looking. Hopefully, asking some of the locals in this strange place will allow me to track him down. Yeah, and I need to change the sound. Wait a second. A bit louder music. More ambient. Louder dialogues. There is, sometimes there is voice acting, sometimes. Очень умный человек. Но у него просто миллион книг. А что ты именно купил? Я все хотел почитать этого Темную башню. Receiving a room logbook. That's a map. And there's text here as well. Он обсуждал идею, как подавать читателям свой мир. Интересно посмотреть интервью. This huge logbooks lists mortuary procedures in a tight, cramped script. All shells entering the mortuary want to be delivered to the receiving room and locked with the scribe on duty before being embalmed or cremated. It's about the procedure here. Corpses. Records are to be checked to determine if this shell is one or the contracted. If so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation rooms and contact the scribe on duty. Notify him that the contracted shell is to be raised. Под куполом, да, я понял. Я видел, да, сериал есть. Lou said he bought one of Stephen King's books called something like Dome. I think there is a TV series based on it. People living under a dome, separated from the rest of the world. The faction is not responsible for any possessions lost or items stolen by collectors who have brought the shells to the mortuary. Shells possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalog all possessions in the logbook. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the room as you flip through the rest of the book. However, you notice the last page has been cut out. Yeah, and I cannot find out who I am. Upper commons, East irons, a weapon, not usable by mages. Number 1201 has been inked on the forehead of his corpse, and the ink has run down its eyes, cheeks and jaw. As you follow the ink tear down the corpse's face, you notice it has run into the stitching still in the corpse's lips and has caught on what looks like the corner of a note stuck in the corpse's mouth. Try and pull the note out. The note has mingled with the ichor in the zombie's mouth. If you try to pull the paper out through the cross stitches, it would tear the paper to shreds. Taking up the corpse to get it all looks like it will destroy the note. You will need to find a delicate way to remove the stitches before removing the note. Maybe I had to have more dexterity to get it. I used the scalpel to cut through the stitches. Gained item and experience. Сколько книг валяется, не успев начать читать. Видишь, много воды. У меня целая куча книг начата. И никак не могу заставить себя дочитать. I'm going to consider this a reading stream, so I'm just gonna chillax and eat some cookies while you do your thing. Yeah, I guess. Especially right now. A bit later, I will have to fight. But right now, no. Just reading. You deftly slice through the stitches, still in the corpse's mouth, and the jaw sags open. You carefully pull the note from the corpse's mouth. Despite the condition of the paper, the writing on it still appears legible. Yeah, I actually have to check out all the corpses, or I could miss a note like that. Maybe it's important later. Из тех, которые должен прочитать каждый. Не, просто всякие разные книги начинал читать. Потом забывал, бросал. Куча валяется недочитанных. Темную башню начинал читать Кинга. Первую книгу. Но не закончил. Sorry about slicing those stitches. I just had to see what was in your mouth. The corpse's milky white eyes stare at you vacantly. What's the note? Note from corpse. It's not thing, it's thing. What the cool kids say. Thing. Видел только фильм. Я фильм не смотрел. Насколько знаю, он от книги отличается очень сильно. This is a foul-smelling note retrieved from the mouth of one of the mortuary zombies. It looks like it was sewn into the corpse's mouth by accident. By its condition, the writing is legible. Please, do whatever dustman reads this. I beg of you, I know of my legal obligations under the terms of the dead contract, but I'm prepared to offer more than my signing fee if you will cremate my body rather than raising it. I have arranged for this note to be left with my body upon my death. If you are reading this, then please use this note as instructed and accept the result in exchange for my contracted duty. Let my contract number serve as the key. Looks like the corpse was too late to prevent the raising, but you notice that beneath the writing, the diagram looks like directions for folding the parchment. Strange pattern. If you are ever capable of examining an object further, or performing an action on the object outside of the world screen, a use button will appear for the object on the screen. So, the people who don't pay enough money, they become zombies and work after death. And if you pay enough money, you just get cremated. So you don't have to work, you die. Полагаю, ты сериал не смотришь? Не, я смотрю много сериалов. Я сейчас смотрю Castle. Про этого детектива, про писателя, помогающему детективу. Castle называется. Сериал DC. Ну, скоро будет 2 сериала по Звездным войнам. Посмотрим, какой там графон. Sounds like Rush. Do you have spare money to pay for cremation? Don't forget to get some money. А что за сериал по DC? Какой именно? Их там много. They like this. The tongue. It's difficult to explain how English words sounds without hearing it. Tongue. Титаны, а. Да, я слышал, но не смотрел. This foul-smelling note has a strange-looking diagram inscribed beneath the writing. It looks as if it is instructing you to fold the corners of the note so their points touch the center. There is a series of strange marks on each corner. 1 mark on the upper right, 2 marks on the lower right, 3 marks on the lower left, and no marks on the upper left. That's some kind of a puzzle. Text puzzle. Great. I played Space Rangers, a Russian game. It had a lot of text puzzles. Hundreds. It was interesting. You check out English translation one day. Заметно выделились графоним бюджетом. Смотришь, как фильм. Я видел сериал про Флэша. Смотрел немного, но там графоний был не очень. Я думал глянуть Готэм, по-моему, называется. Типа, когда Бэтмен еще, типа, мелкий. Там про комиссара Гордона вроде. Готэм. А так из последних, что я смотрел сам, вот Castle, несколько сезонов. Я смотрел Светлячок. Crossbones, про пиратов. Череп, кости как. Shape of the Pringle, go. I wrote it down as hyperbolic, paraboloid. Oh, I remember. How's going, 8-bit? Did you just wake up? How did you sleep? I'll put it on my list of things to teach you how to say when I stream. Thing. Вот там советуют не посмотреть. Но чьи-то руки не доходят. Он, по-моему, уже заканчивается. Там вроде последний сезон. И пастный квиз. We have a text puzzle here. You have to fold the paper somehow. Fold the upper right into the center, lower right, lower left, upper left. Leave the note alone. There's a series of strange marks. 1 mark on the upper right. Upper right. You fold the corner inwards, so its point touches the center. Unfold the note. I need to write it down, I guess. I will not remember. Just woke up. Ate a quick breakfast of pizza. A spoonful of peanut butter. As a breakfast of pizza, that's cool. How was your day? It was good. Nothing very special. Watched some stuff. Did some work a bit. Now playing a game which consists only of text. I'm writing down what's written here. Maybe it will help. Upper right. And lower right. I found the corner inwards. Upper left, lower left, lower left. Upper left. Yeah, I guess I did something wrong. What's the peanut butter on the pizza? Yeah, and pineapples. Pizza with pineapples and peanut butter. Great. Upper right, lower left, upper left. Upper right. Yeah, I have no idea what this puzzle is. Wait a second. Let me check it out. Yeah, no, there is no picture. No, there is a picture. This one. But it doesn't help. Peanut butter pineapple pizza. Actually sounds like it has potential. I've seen some strange pizzas. I haven't tried, but I've seen you can order some really weird kind of pizzas. I have no idea who would want to eat it. I don't get people hatred of pineapple on pizza. I mean, it's not my first option, but it's the only option. I will eat it. It's just, it doesn't belong to pizza. It's wrong. It looks like directions of folding the parchment. One mark on the upper right, yeah. 2 marks on the lower right. 3 marks on the lower left. Do you have any idea? No marks on the upper left. Lower left. I still don't get it, it's just a food combination. Could it be wrong? Because of the taste. Pineapple is sweet. At least when we are stranded on the island and all we have to eat is pineapple pizza, me and Courtney will survive. Really small chance to get a pizza on an island. How many can be combinations, actually? What if I just randomly click? What's a chance of solving it? Did I make an actual, real, physical copy of this paper and try to fold it myself? I wanna solve it. I think I will be playing this game forever with this kind of a pace. Maybe upper right, lower right, lower left, or left. No. I don't really get just meat and cheese pizza. It's like that anymore. Different tastes. Not help. Get it supreme with everything or just plain cheese. Yeah, a great pizza with all the possible vegetables and fruits and meat. There should be sausages, meat, pork, beef, chicken, pineapple, mushrooms, onions, everything, and peanut butter and chocolate. Slightly more challenging than zombinis. Slightly. I just kind of don't get it. The text. I can solve it later. I think it's not even like important. Have you ever seen this game before? I did not ask. See the way she was looking at me? Huh? See that? The way she was following the curve of my occipital bone. I don't know the cull terms. Another word I'll never ever use. I have to learn. Occipital? I guess it's a medical term. You mean that blank-eyed beyond the grave stare? What? Are you blind? She was scouting me out. It was shameless, the way she wanted me. That's a lot of choice. Wanted you to go away, maybe. She was obviously too distracted by me to pay attention to some stupid bobbing head with a big mouth. I think you're imagining things. She's a zombie, a corpse, a dead person. You probably didn't even register to your senses. I think you and your imagination need some time away from each other. This is good. Yeah, whatever. And you've been dead as long as I have? You know the signals. They may be too subtle for you to pick up on, but that's why I'll be spending my nights with some luscious, recently dead cheat while you're standing around going, huh? What's going on? Where's my memories? Whatever. No, I've certainly heard of it, but I don't know nothing in depth. Yeah, it's a classic RPG. 20 years old RPG with a lot of text. And it's about a mortal person resurrecting, being resurrected in mortuary, but he doesn't have any memories. So I need to figure out who I am. It doesn't make sense to hate on people that only like this type of pizza, but if you go for the Supreme, you can hate that person because they like all possible pizza combinations. Yeah, I will not fight because of pizza. You can eat any pizza you want.
All right.
I don't mind. This gate looks sealed shut. There is no lock or other means of opening it. Dull. That's a big book. This book is huge. It must contain thousands of names. This scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has a slight trace of yellow like old parchment. Charcoal grey eyes lie within an angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Greetings? Oh, Chief, what are you doing? I was going to speak with the scribe. You might know something about how I got here. Look, rattling your bone box of dusties should be the last thing. Well, before Morty can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down, and the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. Morty says, and we especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we give this place the love, the better. Before Morty can finish, the scribe's grey eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill, but I'd not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one? Do you know me? That can only be one guy. That's not Santa. Know you? There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one, no more than you have known yourself. He's silent for a moment. But you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? As always, the question, and the wrong question as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. He pauses for a moment, catches his breath. I'm dull. Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, Dull.
Updated my journal.
Very well. What did you wish to know? What is this place? You're in the mortuary, restless one. Again, you have come. Before he can finish, Dull breaks into a fit of coughing. After a moment, he calms himself and his breathing resumes. Ragged wheeze. This isn't a waiting room for those about to depart the shadow of this life. Only about the mortuary. This is where the dead are brought to be interred or cremated. It is our responsibility as dustmen to care for the dead. Those who have left the shadow of life and walked the path to true death. Dell's voice drops in concern. Your wounds must have exacted. Have it all if you do not recognize this place. It is almost your home. So I'm not the first time here. Shadow of life? Yes, a shadow. You see, restless one, this life is not real. Your life, my life, they're shadows, flickerings of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die, and here we remain trapped, caged, until we can achieve the true death. True death? It's like a Buddhism, Sansara circle. True death is non-existence, a state devoid of reason, nirvana, of sensation, of passion. Bell coughs and gives a ragged breath, a state of purity. Sounds like oblivion. Why would anyone want that? Is it worse than remaining in the shadow of what life once was? I think not. I see. I had some other questions. How did I get here? Bell snores in contempt, as if he finds the memory repugnant. Your moldy chariot ferried you to the mortuary, restless one. You would think you were royalty based on the number of loyal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon the cart that carried you. I arrived here in a cart?
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. Dell breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath. Minutes later, your seneschal, Farad, was, as always, pleased to accept a few moldy coppers to dump the lot of you at the mortuary gate. Who is this Farad? He is a Collector of the dead. Thou draws a ragged breath, then continues. We have such people in our city that scavenge the bodies of those that have walked the path of true death and bring them to us so that they may be interred properly. Where can I find this ferret? If events persist as they have, Restless One, you have a much greater chance of ferret finding you and bringing you to us again, before you find whatever you ooze puddle you wallows in the time. You know, this kind of makes sense until the 90s. Dad in England would have coins put in their eyes. No one knows far back the tradition goes back. Huh. Yeah, I've heard about this tradition. It's the same with Vikings, like in Scandinavian countries. Well, I mean, old Scandinavian history. Nevertheless, I must find him. A slight warning creeps into Dow's tone. Do not seek out ferret, Restless One. I am certain that I will simply come full circle again. With you none the wiser and ferret a few coppers richer. Accept death, Restless One. Do not perpetuate your circle of misery. I have to find him. Do you know where he is?
Updated my journal.
Dal is silent for a moment. When he finally speaks, he seems to do so reluctantly. I do not know under which Gutterstone ferret layers at the moment, but I imagine that he can be found somewhere beyond the mortuary gates in the hive. Perhaps someone there will know where you can find him. Doesn't sound like you like ferret much. There is some respect for Restless One. Dal takes a ragged breath and steadies himself. Ferret is not one of them. He wears his ill repute like a badge of honor and takes liberties, the possessions of the dead. He is a knight of the post, prostrating filth of the lowest sort. Knight of the post? A knight of the post, Dal coughs. A thief. All ferret brings to our walls comes stripped of a little less of their dignity than they possessed in life. Ferret takes whatever he may pry from the different fingers. Did this ferret take anything from me? Dal pauses, considering. Most likely. Are you missing anything? Especially anything of value? His voice deeps as he frowns. Not that ferret would take exception to anything that wasn't physically grafted to your body, and sometimes even that's not enough. Give his greedy mind pause. I'm missing my journal. A journal? If it was of any value, then it's likely it lies in Ferret's hands. Yeah, I need to find my journal to find out who I am. I have more questions. Can you tell me how to get out of here? Yeah, the British Isles was invaded by the Vikings. That's English, the Germanic language. Yeah. I know. I kind of know short story of British Isles. Still need to research more. The front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than Dustman pass. Dal breaks into a ragged cough, then continues. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you are extremely persuasive. I see. I had some other questions. Do you know who I am?
Updated my journal.
I know scant little of you, Restless One. I know little more of those that have journeyed with you and who now lie in our keeping. Dal sighs. I ask that you no longer ask others to join with you, Restless One. Where you walk, so walks misery. Let your burden be your own. There are others who have journeyed with me? They are here?
Updated my journal.
Do you not know the woman's corpse? interred in the memorial hall below. I had thought that he had traveled with you in the past. Dell looks like he's about to start coughing again, then catches his breath. Am I mistaken? Well, that and early English, Anglo-Saxon was the westernmost dialect of Germanic. Then it was invaded by France. So on. Yeah. I have to go on a quest to fetch our diary, yeah. That's the quest. But I'm pretty sure we will not find it for a long time. So you see, a lot of people will remember me, but I will not remember them. There are some kind of friends my hero still has in this world, and some enemies I don't remember exist. Where's your body? Northwest Memorial Hall on the floor below us. West. Check the beers there. Your name should be on one of the memorial plaques. Mayhap that will revive your memory. I don't know. I don't recall ever traveling with a woman. Bell makes no response to this. Simply stares at you and sounds. Before you said there were others interred here who journeyed with me. Where are they? Doubtless there are, but I know not their names, nor where they lie. One such as you has left the path many have walked, and few have survived. Bell gestures around you. All dead come here. Some must have traveled with you once. Final fault with your reasoning. Had some other questions. It's very tiring to read so much. What do you do here? I'm a scribe, a cataloger, of all the shells that come to the mortuary. Dell coughs again, then takes a deep breath. As long as the stream of corpses flows from the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. You said that I have been here more than once. How is it that the dustmen do not recognize me?
Updated my journal.
I'm the one that catalogs the shells that come to our host, Restless One. Dell breaks into a fit of coughing. Then steadies himself. Only I see the faces of those that lie upon our slabs. The dark of your existence lies safe with me. Or not. No one else knows that I'm immortal. You sound ill. Are you not well? I'm close now to the true death, Restless One. It will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find the peace I have been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. Dell gives a ragged sigh. The plains hold no more wonders for me, for one such as I. The eternal boundary? The boundary between the shadow of this life and the true death. Okay, I see. Let's go. As you turn to leave, Dell speaks. Know this. I do not envy you, Restless One. To be reborn as you would be. A curse that I could not bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point your path will return here. Dell coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It is the way of all things flesh and bone. Then perhaps we will meet again, Dell.
All right.
That was a long dialogue. And I still haven't solved the paper and note puzzle. Different zombie. This huge corpse is standing silently in the corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like serving as a librarian, for it is carrying a huge stack of books. Examine the books. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between the two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. Take the page. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clear, as if with a knife. Do you suspect the page was removed on purpose? You take a moment to read through the page. It is a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and locked in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. So one of them is me. True. It's good to know. Chatbot still works. Yeah, Pharaoh is collector of corpses. I need to find him. Not sure if it's important. Ah, there's a person. Ivan. Kind of. But I need to check out all the tables. And more zombies. Apparently sometimes they have something interesting. This corpse 985 has stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks like some sort of tomb wrought of corpse. Mold has eaten through its knee, the corpse wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. Give the corpse a push, or try and help the corpse balance. You reach out for the corpse's left arm to help steady it. As you grab its arm, however, the corpse suddenly sways to the right. You end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Chief, you might not... There is a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstones and shatters like a rotten melon. Floppy. Filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse's collapse. And even stranger, the left leg remains standing while the body was. As if at attention, after a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gaze upon the petrified remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It has snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that had spread through the rest of the body. I wonder if I could make use of that arm. Now I have a left arm. Useful. It's useful to have an arm. These barrels contain a murky liquid. It smells like a cross between vinegar and formaldehyde. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between two slabs. Back in the skin of This peeling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches. Its skin looks like a bizarre street map. So many stitches. Hey, you never know when you need a hand. Can you give me a hand? Literally, your hand. Left or right? The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms, across its chest, up its neck, and into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread, stitching up the side of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. Cut the stitches with your scalpel, and pull out the needle and thread. I got an item. You slice the thread neatly with a scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk-white skull. Well, to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. 78. Oh, almost. Almost. Was close. Seems you got two different designations there, corpse. The corpse stares straight ahead, oblivious. And I got needle and thread. This is a spool of thread and a small bone needle. They look like they are used for stitching up wounds, living or dead bodies. I've used it accidentally. Great. I need to load the game, I guess.
Done.
Have I talked to him already in this save game? Yeah. I guess I need to save even more often. In case I accidentally use items when I don't want to. And fail. Okay. I will be BRB. We'll be back in a minute. I'm back. The eyes in this corpse are set close together, and the eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. One faces to the left and the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced into his bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. Don't you get dizzy with your eyeballs facing like that? There's no flicker of understanding in the corpse's eyes. They stare silently off to the left and right. Yeah. Finally talk to a normal Maybe not normal person, but alive, maybe. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice your hands. Your fingers are talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives removing organs. I said greetings. The woman makes no response. Morster says, I think the dusty cheat might be a bit short of hearing. Let's lay off, shall we? Tap the woman to get her attention. Well, what's wrong with her hands?
Updated my journal.
She is a tiefling chief. They got fiend blood in their veins. Usually cause some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Makes some of them adult in the head. Adult looking too. Tap the woman and get her attention. I heard that. What? What did you hear? The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are rotting yellow with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns at you. Greetings? She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with your eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You flex your talon fingers together, then makes a strange motion with your hands. Fine thread and embalming juice. Bring here the Ivin. Go. You see, I needed thread, and I accidentally used it previously. You said no word for shield. Maybe accidentally. Just reading something. I didn't want to. Not my fault. I've been assigned a quest, yeah.
Updated my journal.
I had some questions first. She turns away. She makes no sign that she heard you. Morster says, I think the dusty the same. I need to find embalming juice. Should be nearby. I got a needle ready. Bandage. More zombies. The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. There's nothing special. Oh, it's special. You can talk. So, seen anything interesting going on? Zombie says. As you address the zombie, it blinks in surprise. What? You're not a zombie. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar half frightened, half angry expression. Who are you? What do you want? I'm looking for a way out of here. Can you help me? The zombie doesn't seem to have heard you. He looks you up and down for a few moments and frowns. What do you do here? His eyes narrow suspiciously. You spy on Dashtis? Can I help him unstitch his lips? Lie. There is an option for lie. Yes, I'm spying on the Dusties. Why don't you tell me what you're doing here before I call the guards? Look, I'm the one asking the questions here, zombie. Tell me what you're what you're doing here. I'll make the disguise a reality. Yes, I'm a spy. Spy. He studies you more intently. You spy? You with Cell? Huh? Cell? Cell? Huh. Morty breaks in whispering. By the powers, this Burke's an anarchist, posing as a zombie. You ought to be a first for those adult thoughts. Anarchists?
Updated my journal.
Many updates for the journal. Anarchists. There are a faction. Morty looks like he is about to let loose a torrent of insults, then notices the zombies staring at you both, listening intently. They want to liberate everyone from the chains of government, tear down the old established new order with no order at all. Truth or lie? Sounds like Batman when he says I've updated my journal. Yeah, kinda. Truth. That seems like a noble pursuit. Oda could use a good tearing down every once in a while. Or lie. That seems like a noble pursuit. Any anarchist dedicated to such a lofty goal is definitely a friend of mine. That seems pretty contradictory. That has to be one of the most stupid things I have ever heard. Let's say truth. The zombie nods at this. You think you detect him puffing up a little in pride behind his zombie disguise. So, you spy for the anarchists. I'm spying on Dusty's, but I can't speak too much about it right now. What are you doing here? Me spy on Dusty's. That's what I see, nothing more. What have you seen the Dustmen do? Nothing, they do nothing. Can find nothing. Dead, just dead people. Dusty's do nothing. It's narrow in conviction. Till I watch. I see. There was something else I wanted to ask you. How can I escape from here? The zombie grunts. You can escape through portals. He waves in his hands. Poof. Portals? Portals. The zombie waves around the area. Portals everywhere. Can you show me one of the portals? He is silent for a moment, then nods slightly as if in understanding. I should help you. Because I need your help. Maybe we could help each other out. What do you want in return? Because I won't expose your little disguise. You help me. Oh, you look like someone who'd much rather disguise themselves as a corpse than be one. That reason enough? Let's be polite. We can help each other. I need you to get a key for me. Want iron key. The embalmment's room. Alright, where's the key? I'm not going to fetch anything for you. Help me escape, or I will snap your neck right here and now. That escalated quickly. Now, where can I find the key? A dusty cheat has it. He points at his eyes. He has yellow eyes. I just talked to her. Even makes a motion with his hands. Reminds you of a pair of cutting shears. Blades and fingers. I like the zombie guys in case of. You're still here, Otash. I thought I would kill you with my non-stop reading. I didn't think it would be so difficult to read so much text, actually. A Dustman woman with yellow eyes and blades on her fingers? I already met her in the embalmment room. Hold on, I'll be back with Nikki shortly. This Dustman woman sounds really attractive. Are you sure you don't want me to introduce the two of you? The zombie blinks. He doesn't seem to have understood you. Doesn't get a joke. That was a joke, see? You're a sub. Forget it. I'll go find your key.
Updated my journal.
The zombie squints at you. You're caught. Don't say nothing about me. I'll make got you in your sleep. I'll get your key. But you had best watch your threats, you hear me? I need to find the embalming juice. Give it to this woman and she will get me a key maybe. Give me key. I'm still here, drawing and have your steam on the background, so not typing much. Yeah. What are you drawing? Anything specific? Or just improvise? Oh, I found it, a jar of embalming fluid. Found it. In some new games like Divinity Original Sin, they have some voice acting. There is no point to read everything. This game doesn't have a lot of voice acting so far. It gives hit points and armor class. Usable only by the Nameless One and Morty, because we're kind of dead, I guess. This is a sealed jar of embalming fluid. It is used as a preservative for dead bodies. As an added benefit, the smell of the fluid is more than sufficient to mask the smell of any rotting bodies used on. By the way, only right now, I think I got it. When you play Evil Within, you collect some green bottles to do upgrades. So, and this one looks green. All this time in Evil Within, you collect embalming fluid? Yes. Ends now. By the way, left arm. Not usable by mages. Mages cannot use left arm. Maybe only right arm. This arm snapped clean of corpse 985 when it accidentally toppled. As much as the corpse's knee was rotted clean through, looks like the combination of thick applications of embalming fluid and rigor mortis has made this arm almost as hard as wood. If you needed to, you could either use it to shake someone's hand from a distance, or use it to bash their skull in. So it's just a weapon? I see, it's just a weapon. Okay. Of course. A commission actually, some fantasy environment. Pixie Bob. That's cool. Commission. That's cool. Quality weapon. Yeah, let's go back and talk to the woman. The woman. The only one we have seen so far. Watch her. Study the motions of her hands.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motion of Ivan's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp. And then suddenly, you find your vision swimming, blurring until... What? What happened? You are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis. Making a mockery of its smile, the number 42 has been stitched on scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove yourself useful if you come this way again. Echo says, keep this thing safe and wait for my return. What happened? Wait a second, I was watching her hands. And then the screen goes black. What? I got some kind of a charmed for a second. Like our character lost his conscience, and he unconsciously stitched something inside the corpse. So when I return later, it will be useful. The memory of your voice is an echo. Or maybe it was my memories? It's just... that's how memories return to you? I have a... my character has a lot of intelligence and wisdom, but a very low amount of strength and dexterity. You have a lot of wisdom, you can get back your memories, maybe like that, sometimes in dialogues. If you have a lot of strength, for example, you have a force something in dialogues, like a do something with strength. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades, until you're watching Aveyn's hands making their stitching motions once more. You have regained your memory. Yeah, memories can give you additional experience points, skills, and may even lead to you gaining something else of value later on. Great. I guess, maybe, yeah, that's how memory returns to you. It turns easier than frowns. Wait a minute, you make the motion of a key. Turn it with your hand. I need an embalming key. Do you have one? Ta-da, more experience. He leans forward, looks at your hand motions, then sniffs. Her hand darts into her robe, then emerges, a key hanging from her wickedly sharp index finger. She flicks into your hand, bring back then done, go go. Maybe I didn't even have to finish your quest to get a key. What's wrong with your hands?
Updated my journal.
Turns away. He makes no sign that she heard you. Hearing must be as poor as your eyesight. What about embalming juice? Give her the thread and embalming fluid.
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, Aveyn snaps the thread from your hands, hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. Then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Wait. Within minutes, she's finished. She clicks her talons, then turns to face you. You're surprised she extends her hand and drags your talons along your arms and chest. It's not that I'm not flattered, but keep playing zombie. Keep playing zombie. Looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You two need some time together, huh? Stop it, Mort. Keep playing zombie. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos in your chest. You're right on you. Others do that? Have respect for zombies. Zombies. Zombies, not paintings. Zombies, not paintings. It's like a pro tip. He sniffs, then pokes one of your scars. This one, bad shape, many scars. No preserves. Wait. Her talons suddenly poke into the thread you brought her, and lighting like jabs another talon to the skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. The work.
Updated my journal.
Maximum HP increased. Now I got more HP. So this side quest. The sensation is curiously painless as Aveyn begins to stitch up your scars. When she's done, sniffs you, frowns, and then stabs your fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, makes you feel better. Let her work. Morty says, this may be the second time in my life. I'm thankful I don't have a nose. I've been putting the last touches on your body. Gives you another sniff. Nods. Makes a shooting motion of your tongues. Done. Go. Okay.
All right.
And I got the key. Need to talk to zombie. Kinda zombie. Here's an embalming room key you wanted. More experience. The zombie's eyes widen and he snatches the key from your hands. He turns it over, nodding all the while. Good, good. Now, how'd I get out of here?
Updated my journal.
The zombie grunts. You can escape through portals. He waves his hands. Oof. He told me the same, even without a key. Can you show me one of the portals? The zombie nods. You want out? Go to Arc on first floor, northwest room. You need finger bone shape of crook. He holds up his index finger and bends into the crook. When you have key, go to Arc, jump to a secret creep, and can escape from here. Secret escape route. He nods eagerly. You can rest there. Crooked finger bone? Where am I going to find one of those?
Updated my journal.
Shrugs. Must be one around somewhere. Look in storage rooms, on upper floor. Maybe there. Very well, I'll check upstairs for this crooked finger bone, then head to the first floor, one of the arches. In the northwest room. Got it. I was gonna make a HP and your name joke, but your voice is kinda making me sleepy. Not enough strength to make a joke even. You think I have 77 HP?
Done.
And soon I'm going to fight, actually. Not only talk. Because on the third floor there will be enemies. I'm sure. More fluid. It's locked. I think you can break it, as far as I know.
Forced it.
Yeah, forced it. you just punch the lock and it opens. That's the best kind of pick locking tool. I found the ancient copper earring. Closed. This copper earring looks ancient, oddly enough. There doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to a ear. A series of strange grooves have been carved on the inside of the earring, however, which might merit a closer examination. Use it. This earring has its own dialogue. I've never talked to jewelry kind. This copper earring looks extremely old. It looks like it was meant to be worn, but there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. There's a series of strange grooves, yeah. Examine the grooves. The grooves are evenly spaced on the inside of the earring. Upon closer examination, they remind you of small fangs. They are definitely man-made, but you cannot figure out what they were intended for. But they ran away. Maybe I'm not smart enough. By the way, what about my experience? I need 1,000 more. I'm level 3. But I don't have a level up. So you start level 3? Beasts. Mort is a talking skull. His sole weapon seems to be his mouth. Whether by taunting or biting, he seems to be along for the ride, whether you want him around or not. You're somewhat curious as to how he's able to float around. Zombies. Last man female. Dull. There's already a huge journal. And it's just the beginning. Quests. Good.
Done.
Okay, I'm looking for a crooked finger. Charcoal charm. Gives plus 50% resistance to fire and 25 to magical fire. Heard about a guy who used to talk to his ring all the time. What was his face? Bommel or Golem? I'm not sure. Yeah, I've heard something about it as well. Seems familiar. Skeleton worker. This skeleton number 748, according to the number chiseled about his brow, it's odd, only that some of its teeth appear to be false, once made of reddish-brown stone. They are clearly not valuable, however, as its caretakers would have otherwise moved them. Pardon me, have you seen any skeletons walking around here? Or I have to ask, why the smoke? I mean, it's not like you have anything to be modest about. Examine the skeleton carefully. Someone has taken care to bind the bones to the skeleton with leather straps woven around the body in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. The straps secure the metal bolts punched into the skeleton's joints. This skeleton looks like it has a great deal of service. Many of its bones are chipped and its numerous fractures abound with sealant and foul-smelling glues. Try and pry out the skeleton's joint bolts. Oh, Chief, that's vandalism. Those bolts are probably the only thing holding a bag of bones together. Necromancy only goes so far with these old fellows, you know? So... Oh, I didn't want to cause any permanent damage. Alright then, never mind. Maybe some other time. I was not the problem. Morton does strange bobbing motion that you think might be a shrug. Just wasn't sure if you knew that or not. By all means, go ahead. Later. Don't want to kill him right now. Morta says, wonder if this greybeard would mind if I borrowed his body. Greybeard? Greybeard, you know. Geezer, old feller, yellow dog, old? Well, I don't think he's in any position to object. Why not take his body? Morta studies the skeleton for a moment, then shakes his head. Nah, I would need a fresher one than this. And something with a little more dignity. This one's all creaky and fractured. And you're not. Now, you're a sack full of laughs. Morta glares at you. Besides, you want to talk, Berg. Mirror's back from Earth when you're around. Oh yeah? At least I have all my parts. Morta snorts. You're not quite sure how he managed it without lungs. Let me tell you, Morta, there is nothing more satisfying than walking around, swinging your arms, breathing the crisp air through the lungs. It's great to have a body. Morta says, I'll have you know, helping you escape the preparation room has now been added to my growing list of regrets. Morta snorts again. I should have let you rot. I'm more than it. As you feel that way, let's go. I need to check out if I can talk to the skeleton again. Maybe I should try to break him. I guess he doesn't talk, right? And the skeleton makes no reply. Yeah, great talking to you, Bones. Stay healthy. Try and pry out the skeleton's joint. You pull at the iron bolts, but you're not strong enough to pull them out. They've been hammered in pretty tight. Ah, that's why you need more strength. Maybe if I had more strength, I would be able to break him. Maybe if I had the right tool, I could get them out. Maybe backbones. Yeah. Go back. Maybe I don't even need a strength. Just some right tool. There's a crematorium. At least it's how it sounds in Russian. I guess they burn corpses here. Dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? Yes? No? No, I'm not lost. I had some questions. You're not lost. What is your business here? That's none of your concern. I awoke on one of the slabs in your preparation room. That's not a good answer. I'm here to see someone. Or I was here for an interment. But there seems to have been a mistake. It was being interred. Perhaps the services are taking place somewhere else in the mortuary. You misunderstand. The mistaken interment was me. The second answer. That could be. Where are these other services taking place? Can you show me the way out? I will summon a guard to direct you out. Hold a moment. Snap her neck before she can call out. That's cruel. Leave. Quickly. The dustman takes a step back and claps her hands together sharply 3 times. In response, a great iron bell starts tolling throughout the mortuary. Alright then. Great. Yeah, now they're not friendly.
I'm gone.
Body.
Damn. Done.
That's some fighting. Fight.
I'm gone.
And that's not... That was enough for fighting for the next 5 hours. Now let's go back to talking. I found the dustman robes. Maybe I can wear these robes and I will think I will one of them. Usable only in mortuary. Disguises user as a dustman. These frayed robes are commonly worn by the members of Dustman faction. They have an old musty smell about them, and they don't fit you very well. You doubt a Dustman disguise will hold up under scrutiny, and certainly not if the Dustmen are looking for an intruder. Like, right now. You should have just shaved her neck. That was cruel. I needed to give her a chance. I just wanted to run away. Bloodthirsty Linda, no. That's not true.
Good as done.
I'm gone. Alright. Alright. Damn. Done.
It's still kind of tutorial, so the fight should be easy. Junk. I found junk. Great. By the way, I guess Morta doesn't have an inventory. Maybe he has. I'll give him junk. What about the ring? The screwed bronze ring looks like it might have doubled as someone's nose ring in the past. Despite the dents and scratches, it might be worth a few coins in the local merchant. I can wear it. Actually, don't know why. Doesn't give anything. But you wound up killing her anyway. That is the fate. Not my choice. Dustman Embalming Charm invokes Embalming Miner, 3 charges. This strange metal bracelet has directions inscribed on the side of it. Judging from the crude text, it appears that the bracelet works by being held by a living creature. Then, while pronouncing the mantra to the true death, it's touched to the forehead of a zombie or skeleton. When this is done, the minor enchantment held within the item spreads through the corpse, strengthening their bones, even traces of corpse rot and/or grave mold, and helping to seal minor tears in the skin. So it's a buff. It's not his fault, he's the main character. He has no choice but to eliminate those who stand between him and his goals. Yeah. Mortuary task list. Someone has penned a series of tasks in red ink on the scrap of parchment. I would like the contracted workers to be inspected thrice daily at the end of each work shift. When the new initiates come on duty, we have experienced too many contracted collapses while engaged in heavy labor as of late, and I fear the embalming enchantments initially used in the corpses may be decaying or may have been warped somehow. Not very interesting, actually. Blood Charm heals 9 hit points. This glistening blood drop is hard and smooth as a pearl. When placed on the tongue, it dissolves instantly and spreads through the user's bloodstream. Another buff. Locked. I broke it. Bone Charm. His armor class. This old finger bone charm has been hollowed out, and tiny symbols have been scratched on its surface. The user must snap it in two to activate it. It looks like a crooked finger. So, can I use it to teleport? And there's also a corpse fly charm. All the items in this game are interesting. This corpse fly looks like it was frozen. It appears to be dead, but you can be sure. The magic contained within the charm is activated when the insect is consumed. When swallowed, the recipient suddenly becomes extremely nauseous. A few seconds later, the charmed individual expels a stream of insects from their nose and mouth. Provided the charmed individual can keep their wits about them after the casting, Master can send this cloud to attack a target. Great. Best magic I've heard about. The fly, ew. And you have to eat it. Even. I don't want to kill you. But I need experience as well, I guess.
All right. All right.
He has the personality of a patch of razor line and twice as ugly.
Yeah, so far combat is simple. Your inventory is full. It's kind of a small inventory. I'm disappointed. In other news, if I ever become a proper wizard, make ingestible magic balls, they will all come in the form of ingestible flies. Great.
All right.
Mortuary Sanctum Key. Ah, I found it. This heavy key is a strange fusion of a bone and unidentifiable blood red metal. Its jagged, C-shaped head looks like it's ready to clamp down on whoever holds it. This key is used to open the inner gates and the mortuary. Hammer. Not better than I have. In case you would have to eat different insects to cast spells, I would actually think about being a mage twice.
Done.
Why there is stuff lying on the floor? I haven't killed anyone yet here. Been in rags. This damp mass of rags looks like it's been used to mop up blood and other less savory bodily fluid. I'm not sure I need it. And yeah, I cannot talk to zombies anymore. That's a loss. They are all very angry at me right now. I cannot talk to them anymore. Just I can only hack and slash. Let's get out of this place.
All right.
And I wanted to talk to them. Maybe there was some more interesting zombies. Hostile creatures are nearby. Cannot sell. Cannot save. More zombies. Kind of a gate. Oh, that's the portal. Huh. And I can save right now. I know you can find the ghost of a woman here. The ones you knew before the previous life. And I know there are a lot of different ways to escape this place. You can talk to people, or you can fight, or teleport. Here lies Deyanara. That's the woman. See what happens when you don't pick the option to snap somebody's neck. Okay, I promise, next time I will snap someone's neck. Maybe I wouldn't be able to snap anyway, because there is a dexterity attribute. You have to be agile enough to snap neck quickly. I would just fail, I guess. Wouldn't pass a test. You see a strikingly beautiful ghostly form before you. By the way, music right now is very cool. Her arms are crossed, and her eyes are closed. She has long flowing hair, and her gown seems stirred by some ethereal breeze. As you watch, she stirs slightly, and her eyes flicker. Greetings?
You! What is it that brings you here? Have you come to see firsthand the misery you have wrought? Perhaps in death I still hold some shred of use for you, my love.
There is some voice acting. So that's his wife? My love. Who are you? My love? Do I know you? The spirit makes a begging motion of your hands. How can it be that the thieves of the mind continue to steal my name from your memory? Do you not remember me, my love? The ghost stretches out her arms. Think. The voice becomes desperate again. The name Dianara must evoke some memory within you. I can lie. Yes, name does sound familiar. I think I feel the stirrings of memory. Tell me more. Perhaps your words shall chase the shadows from my mind. Oh, at last. The fates show mercy. Even death cannot chase me from your mind, my love. Do you not see? Your memories shall return. Tell me, how can I help you? And I shall. Do you know who I am? You are one both blessed and cursed, my love, and you are one who is never far from my thoughts and heart. Blessed and cursed? What do I mean? Instead of snapping their neck, you just make their neck pop back in place and then thank you. Thank you, sir, but wait, did you help me? It was a hunch. Yeah, great. The nature of your curse should be apparent, my love. Look at you. She points at you. Death rejects you. Your memories have abandoned you. Do you not pause and wonder why? Memories aside, and assuming death has rejected me, why isn't it a curse? I do not doubt your ability to rise from the dead. I do believe that every incarnation weakens your thoughts and memories. You claim you have lost your memory. Perhaps it is a side effect of countless deaths. If so, what more will you lose? In successive deaths, you lose your mind. You will not even know enough to realize that you cannot die. You shall truly be doomed. Countless deaths? How long has this been going on? I do not really know, except that it has gone on long enough. I had some other questions. Who are you? Spirit makes a begging motion. How can it be? Yep, it's the same. The same dialogue. Can you tell me where I am? I know where I am. I'm in mortuary. Where are you? Why are you here with me, my love? As in the times when life was something both of us shared, now it is the eternal boundary that separates us. Eternal boundary? Dianara sounds saddened. It is a barrier. I fear you shall never cross, my love. It is the barrier between your life, what remains of mine. I see. I need to escape this place. Can you help me? As you're about to ask Dianara the question, it catches in your throat. It occurs to you that if you tell her you are looking for an escape route, you may feel you're abandoning her. If you're going to ask her how to leave, you will need to be delicate about it. Dianara, I'm in danger. Can you guide me to a place of safety? I shall return as soon as I can. It's speak to you again. In danger? Daenerys looks concerned. Of course, my love. I will aid you anyway. I can. Close your eyes for a moment, and you watch an internal zephyr pass through her body, turn her hair. After a moment, the zephyr dies and her eyes slowly opens. Perhaps there is a way. Yes? Oh, I get some experience. I sense that this place holds many doors, shrouded from mortal eyes. Perhaps you could use one of those portals. And I asked about portals like for the first time. Yeah, portals will reveal if I have a key. Farewell, Daenerys. Farewell. For the moment, I learn much when I travel with you, my love, and what you have lost, I have retained. I have not divulged all that I know to you. My sight is clear, whilst you fumble darkness for a spark of thought. Whatever you know can wait. Farewell. What could you possibly say that would be of any interest to me? And what is it your sight sees that I do not? Time itself relaxes its hold as the chill of oblivion slowly claims us, my love. Glimpses of things yet to come swarm across my vision. I see, my love, I see you as you now, and Daenerys grows quiet. Why are you suddenly silent? Has your ranting tired you? What is it? What do you see? I see what lies ahead of you, ripples through the plains, standing outward from this point. Shall I speak of what I see? I do not wish to know. The future shall reveal itself in time. Is it like a spoiler? Will she tell me a real spoiler? Oh, hey Zur. Thanks for the host. Bye. How's it going? No, I don't want to know the future. You always so, my love. Already you refuse to heed death's call. Shall time be the next one you spurn? You close your eyes. With an ethereal whisper, she fades away. Then well, that's great. We're playing an old RPG. Maybe you know it? Planescape Torment. It has a lot of text. It's very good text, but kind of difficult to read so much non-stop. Morta says, "You're back with me, Chief. You kind of drifted out on me there." "Oh no, I'm fine. Do you know who that spirit was?" "Oh, spirit?" "That spectre I was talking to, the woman." "You were rattling your bone box with some woman? Where?" Martha looks around excited. "What did she look like?" "I'm just setting up a few things. I'm actually going to stream tomorrow." "Oh, that's cool. What are you going to play? Guild Wars?" Actually, I haven't played this before. Many people consider it to be like one of the best, the best RPG of all time. Maybe it has the best story in RPGs. And it's a remastered version, so it works on new PC and has high resolution and textures. So it works well. Oh, Sonic Mania. I see. I haven't tried myself, but I watched. It can be difficult. No. You just kind of drifted out for a bit there. You stood there statue-like. I was a little worried you'd gone adult on me again. No, fine. I think. Let's move on. So the scout didn't see me talking to the ghost. It was my personal ghost. Only I could see. So the story is you play as a immortal person. You get resurrected after a death. But you lose your memory. You try to figure out who you are. And I guess decide maybe that mortality is not so good.
I'm gone.
And try to get rid of it. There are some creepy ghosts checking out the place I was lying, where I was lying.
All right.
Place. Sarcophagus appears to have been here for centuries. There is no lid. The exterior seems to be made of solid stone. Ah, some money and Pan's note. This note has been written with remarkable penmanship upon the finest parchment, Vexus. If you are reading this, you have undoubtedly failed in your task and have been forced to use the escape route arranged. I told you that your little disguise idea was ridiculous. In any case, you need to lay low for a while. The dustmen may be deluded, but they are not fools. They will certainly seek retribution for our intrusion. I have left you some coins. Use them to secure a hiding place in the hive. Preferably in Ragpicker Square. Dustmen will be unwilling to look for you there. Once you have secured a new hiding place, I have a new mission for you. Find out where Faraday is getting those bodies he's delivering to the mortuary. It is apparently causing the dustmen a great deal of upset. Wouldn't mind knowing myself. Reports that stone-faced dustman, the Gathering Dust Bar, initiate Amaric. I think the fool's name has been sending out finders to try and mark Pharaoh's movements. See if you can find out how far along he is and hinder his efforts until we know more about Pharaoh's activities. I don't want Amaric finding out something before we do. That was this fake zombie guy was supposed to read it. He failed the mission. You can give coins to the people that are shorter than you. No, my precious coins. I got achievement. Like, finishing tutorial, I guess.
All right.
Now we have tons of new people to talk to. Ooh. Hive dwellers. Liam, I thought I would never see you again. It's been what? 4 years? Yeah, looks... well, no matter. Say, that 100 copper I owed you. I will return it to you sooner. But it was if you disappeared off the face of a sigil. I got to be eaten away now. Liam, are you well? What? Where did he go? And there are bandits? That's funny. You don't remember anything, but someone owes you money.
You got a face only a sledgehammer could love. Yes, huh? Damn it.
There are definitely a lot of misses during the fight. Now the enemies just run away from me. Great.
All right.
That's just silly.
Okay. What?
Die. Done.
The amazing ferocity flame is too scary for that thing. Too amazing, too ferocious. Let's give some items to Mort. A note I still haven't figured out. I don't know. Do I need even this book and notes? Can I do something with them? Why is no one paying attention to that flying skull? Because it's normal. It's like this city, like a hub, a center of the world. All the weird people come here. Flying skull is nothing special. There are half demons, half angels here.
Done.
Many folk come to remember their dead. The Dustman Memorial. There's a Dustman there who can put someone's name on it. The memorial for you. I'll tell you someone you're looking for has died. What? The man nods it to you. Greetings, Scatterer. I would help you if I could, but I just don't know nothing of use to you. Thanks anyway. Farewell. I didn't even ask him anything. That is strike me blind. I've seen you before, Cutter. Why do they call me Cutter? But I never thought I would see you again. You're just smaller than the things, I suppose. You know me? He smiles nervously. Know ya? Ah, like I said, I've seen ya. Past last year. Late at night, near Anti Peak. Looking for my sister. I was when you come tearing past like mad. Stumbled and dropped this. You did right at my feet. Before running off, I kept it for good luck. Seeing as how fate saw the drop it right in front of me there. Holds up a wicked-looking dagger. Here, seeing as if run into you again. Takes it back, Cutter. Farewell. I got a knife. Green steel dagger. The slim dagger has been forged out of the famed Baldur green steel, found only in the wasteland's Avernus. This peculiar green ore can be tempered into metal much lighter than normal steel. In addition, green steel weapons tend to retain their remarkably fine edges and are capable of dealing out more damage than their standard counterparts. Let's use it for a while. Apparently everyone knows me in this town, apparently. You just carried this dagger around with you every day, waiting for us to come and take it back. You're an old lady. Just a bit.
All right.
The southeastern portion of the hive. Open tomb. Ingir's house. I guess it's important if it has a name. That's a very weird map. Yeah, in the original version You wouldn't be able to zoom in and out. That's only in remaster. I think.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Box. Scowled figure is punched by the mortuary gate. His face is obscured by the shadows of his hood. What little you can see in his chin, which is covered with stubble, and what appears to be a foul green and purple rash. The rash seems heaviest around his neck, fading it as it crawls up to his chin. Greetings. The figure doesn't bulge. There is a moment of silence, and he responds in a high-pitched voice. Sounds more suited to a girl, 10 years than a man. Hey? Who are you? Pox am I. Hi. Pox? Mother and father named me. Wished a pox on firstborn. A curse given came true. It did, hi. Again, your eyes are drawn to the purplish-green rash covering Pox's chin and neck. Oh, I had some more questions for you. What are you doing? Wait for deaders. Do I? Deaders? Corpses? Why? Find a deader, take him through the gate, get some jink, then again, I wait. Through the gate? Why? Deaders to a dustman, what coppers to a collector. Aye, Pox. Aye. You have to try and sound like a little girl. It says so. With my best effort, I wouldn't be able. That's a challenge for another day. Why did the dustman pay for the dead? Streets clean, deaders put in their place. Streets don't stink, dead aren't lost, kept inside gate, all happy. What did the dustman do with these deaders do they buy? Whole deaders inside gate, put them on slabs, cut them up, bury them, or make them walk. Make them walk? Why do you ask all these questions? Even I already know what they do. I just been there a second ago. They make some get back up if the deader gives the dustman leave to. And the deader becomes a skeleton or a skells or zoms. I see. Do you know someone named Ferret? Ah, a ferret, collector. Big, name has weight. Cast long shadow. Does. Collector? Aye, collector. Gather deaders. Bring them to dustman for jink. Do you know where I may find him? Ah, in the hives here. He is. Somewheres. Yeah, here. You can find him in this town. Yeah, very specific. Somewheres in the hive. He is. Ferret hide. He does. Very hard finding he is. Not worth finding he is. A challenge for another day. I like that gonna happen. You never know. Zoms and skells and highs. Whatever is high is not worth finding? What do you mean? Aye. Many hate him. I means yes in Japanese. Aye. Other collectors even. Share Grave hates him, not like Ferret at all. Share Grave? Aye, Share Grave big name. Carry weight. Cast long shadow he does. Tell Pox what to do. He does. Would your boss, this Share Grave, know where Ferret is?
Updated my journal.
Aye, Share Grave knows darks, he does. Know Ferret hiding? He does. Share Grave in Ragpicker Square, many blocks west of here. Aye. Say Sharegrave that Pox sent you, tell him. Sharegrave becomes sharecropper with Pox, he will. Wreck Picker Square, west of here. Alright, I'll go look for this Sharegrave. That's a good idea.
I'm gone.
Bayan the Sender. You see a heavy-set man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him. And unlike the other residents you have seen, he looks to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out in a high voice. Craddock? Good sir. I ignore the man. Pass on by. What? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. Ah, 1,000 apologies, good sir. I have given offense. Gives a slight bow. I'm called Bane the Sender, third child of Bane the Sender. I'm one of the many runners in the employ of the House of Senders. No apologies necessary, Bane. What do you want? You haven't offended me yet. 1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I seek Craddock, an overseer in the hive. Bane looks like he is in pain, but alas, he eludes me. He looks at you hopefully again. Could it be you have heard of such a man? I'm sorry I haven't. Bane gives a deep sigh. I'm bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet, fortune has chosen not to favor me. I might be able to find him and deliver a message for a price. I could help you if I come across the man. Yeah, for a price. Bane's face lights up like a lantern. Of course, good sir. If you can find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall pay you for your troubles. Alright, what's the message? Bane recites the message almost like a mantra. The shipment must be cursed by the third day, or there will be a penalty. Bane frowns. I'm told that Craddock will know the shipment to which the message pertains. If I say Craddock, I will pass along the message. Is there anything you can tell me about him before I go that might help me find him? He is said to be a giant of a man, at stern of features, yet he is no overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Plus, I know little else than that, good sir. Yeah, that's enough. Go for now. Bane bows. Thank you, sir. Good fortune favor you, and you are able to bear the message to Craddock. Be so kind as to return and tell me of it. I will see to it your efforts are rewarded. Hey Sushi, how's it going? Hi. Farewell. Farewell, Bane.
Updated my journal.
Are you gonna play Resident Evil 2 when it comes out? I certainly thought you. No, I guess no. I'm not going to buy it right now. It looks cool, but maybe someday later. It's going well. That's cool. Yeah, I'm doing well as well. Well as well. Not complain. Nice to see you. We're playing an old RPG with tons of text. Price but has hope. I would play it if it was free. Oh, I have more portraits now to look at. What if I bought it for you? That's kind of expensive. On the start. Costs a lot.
I'm gone.
You can play on my behalf. I think the games became even more expensive recently because in Russia they increased taxes. If you like for a few percent more, now the taxes are higher, and all the products, all the things became even more expensive.
All right.
Like last month. You will never know by the Kappa faces. Kappa. Молоточком стукает, что психушка. Походу они типа ремонтируют.
All right.
Oh, of course. 5 thugs.
Prime
right.
scum.
I can get it for you. Kappa.
What's up? Sure, why not?
I'm gone.
I'm curious how different is new Resident Evil from original. I mean, in story-wise.
Okay.
Does it follow original story?
All
Or is
right.
different?
Done.
The gibberish language remains a mystery to all of us poor English viewers, but someday we shall crack its secret. Lou was asking if it's
Done.
this place is a mental house. In English language. In Russian it sounds английский. English in Russian means английский. I can try to write with English letters. English. Something like that, I guess. Русский.
All right.
The graphics are pretty good. Don't know about the story. Yeah, the graphics look very cool.
I'm gone.
It's amazing. Like I've been sure.
Done.
I've been sure they will make a remake of Resident Evil 2 someday.
I'm gone.
I was always sure that they will make it. And now it actually comes out. Like in a few days. It comes out.
Done.
That's very cool. It has Ilian in it, and he arrives at the place. And then the things are there going, ooh, grunt. And they try to bite people. Apparently you have to shoot their knees and legs to stop them.
I'm gone.
Yeah, as I've seen in the beginning, it's kind of the same. The same PlayStation. After all, its remake should be kind of the same. Mostly.
Done.
You were sure they would make a remake, then I have to get it for you, Cup. I'm just a prophet. I knew it. That means you love the story. Landra. Prophet friendly. We. I guess blast is not a bad word. Almost had it that time. Don't you know? It's dangerous to interrupt spellcasters while they are evoking a spell. Luckily for you, I was only practicing. Well, as you want. My apologies for disturbing you. Well. I thought if she has a name, you'll have a lot of dialogues, but no. Maybe not now. Now the question is, when will they remake the third one?
I'm gone.
Maybe? Someday? I think the third game is not so popular. The second one was much more popular. The third one is... has a different story. Death of Names. I do hate Raccoon City though, huh? I remember in the second game there should be a police station, then sewers, and laboratory. Secret underground facility. I hear the name and go. They're all dead. See a dustman with a crooked smile frozen on his face. Despite the smile, his eyes are as dull as stones. His right arm is shorter than the left, and he keeps it tucked to his side, as if cradling a small child. Greetings. I'm very polite, as you see. The dustman's eyes slide over you. Name. The way he speaks the word, it sounds like the tolling of a bell. And I actually don't know my name. But the third one has a semi-attractive Brazilian guy with an oddly American accent. Semi-attractive? That's the way to describe. I haven't finished the third one. The version I had was glitchy. It crashed always. No name. No name cannot help you. The dustman speaks in a curious, sing-song voice. You need to give a name if you want to see where it's died.
Updated my journal.
Give it a name when you are born. Give it back when you need it. No more. Death of Names. His eyes swim across the monolith, then the walls of the area. Buried many names here. Death of Names had. Tell me a name. I will show you his grave. Dayanara? His eyes roll to the back of his head, then pop back. With a wild gleam, his eyes run across the walls of the monument, scanning the names at an human speed. Then points to the section of the wall, buried. Examine the spot he is pointing at. Result into the... Ah, quest. Спасибо за хост. Well, he's a bunch of 90s pixels, friendly. What do you want me to say? I don't know. Maybe you have seen kind of an artwork of this guy. How's called? How sketches. Design documents. How the characters should look like. Привет, Кост, еще раз. Нафига ты вчера решил поиграть? Да. Все время хотел, но откладывал. Что-то собрался. Конечно, столько текста. Жестко читать. Понимаешь. Как тебе по Porsche ферма нравится? West was playing my time at Porsche. I haven't watched Planescape. I still haven't watched. I started to watch it and then got hooked by some other stuff. I watched Castle TV series with Nathan Fillion and then some other anime. I even watched Chinese TV series, an animated TV series. Not called anime because it's Chinese. Ну да, в Атоме там текста тоже куча. Ты играл в Planescape, да? Did you like, Sushi, did you like Planescape? Zero? I definitely have to watch it. Because the first Steingate original one is one of my favorite. Не ферма, а мастерская. Нормально, на старт затянут. Потом, когда сразу несколько событий параллельно идут, начинается нормально. Она же вышла, да, из раннего доступа. Транспортная сеть, освещение. Yeah, my time at Porsche came out from early access. That's nice. Хорошо, что она не была там вечно. Некоторые игры не выходят из раннего доступа. You'd think there are no die-hard anime fans in here, otherwise it would be a war zone in here. Die-hard anime fans? You wanna tell me something about anime? Forgot the word. The right word. I mean, you wanna... No, I forgot. You'll cry and go if you watch it. I'm afraid. I would like to bear a name. He nods and unfolds his small hand from where it cradled side. It looks atrophied. Dull. He shakes his head. Not dead yet. That name is. Not buried here. Not time. Okay. Переждавал на патч пока в порте. Да, хорошая идея. How cold is there?
Done.
It was -5. Below 5 Celsius. I don't know on Fahrenheit. Not very cold, actually. Not very cold. 2 days ago it was 0, so it was even the snow was melting. It's not so cold. I guess at your place it is much colder. And I'm not even living in the south. It's minus 32 Celsius. Really? Yeah, it's much colder. You see, Russia is not so cold.
I'm gone.
$32. It's not even a. In my town, it cannot be lower than 25. Never. 32 is just impossible. Wanna check out one town on the south. What kind of temperature there are right now? It's +4. Even +12. There is this popular town on the south part of Russia. It is +12 right now. Tomorrow it will be +12. It's called Sochi. I've met people that literally only watch anime, nothing else, and say, "Oh yeah, Japan that's the best country in the world," but they never see Japan through a real or non-fantasy lens of life. I love Japan. I even try to learn Japanese slowly, but yeah, I'm not so hardcore fan. But I will talk about Japan non-stop. I'll try to convince someone it's the best country. Negative 13 Celsius here, which I guess isn't that impressive compared to sushi. But I'm still freezing nonetheless. Yeah, still colder than at my place.
Done.
Quentin. The man before you looks to be middle of height and years. He's stout, with a thick bullish neck, and his shoulders are hunched, as if a great weight was pressing upon them. He wears an impatient look, as he stares at the black monolith in front of him. Greetings. The man throws you a glance. There is a room, Kata. No need to ask my leave to stand here. Actually, I wanted to know what this monolith was. It's a tombstone for the plains. He scoffs. Graveyards of names are scratched in that rock. I can only hope my name's the one that will split this stone in twain. He points in the base of the monolith. Quentin, right there, hammered and just hard enough to send this thing crashing down. Tombstone for the plains? Aye. Quentin smiles ruefully. The dusty scratched the names of the dead on this monument here. He gestures around him. And on the walls of this place. Not enough space by my reckoning, but no matter. They do their best, and barely read half the names. Despite all of that, you're going to insist that Russia is always a frozen wasteland. Yeah, of course. I'm already convinced China is the best country. Joke. It's China is still communist, right? What are you going here? What are you doing here? Reading the new arrivals. Try and find a new one every day. Try and remember if I knew him. And more. The dustmen record the names of all that have died in this moment. Yeah. The scratch on this rock and on the walls. Living? Aye, you know about the dustman mourners that come to this place. They aren't mourning the dead, see? They're mourning the living. You can barely get a word in them, edgewise, without them asking to mourn some poor living perk for you. Why do they mourn for the living? You get in there, Cutter, he shrugs. Might want to put the question to them. Seems to me that data thrice worth the pity of any poor soul living in this pit. Every name in there is blessed, in my book it is. All winter. The winter that isn't as cold as winter and is manageable, not to be confused with winter hell, where cars don't start, ice is everywhere, even on windows, glasses fog up, doors have frost on them on the inside, eyelashes freeze and noses run like crazy. Yeah, I'm lucky right now, it's not so cold. Went to Tokyo, Shinjuku. Yeah, I guess it's the most popular city to go. Or Kyoto as well. If I'm not mistaken, Kyoto was previous capital before Tokyo. Ever know anybody who came back after their name was put on there? You mean come back from death? Vincent shake his head. Not a one-cutter. Everything that lives dies, and that's the way of things. Drugs. If considering the planes go on forever and all, suppose anything's possible. I suppose so. I had some other questions for you. Can you tell me who that crazy dustman is on the other side of the monolith? Vincent smirks. Not the sanest bird in the cackle house, is he? That bore me is deaf of names. Vincent scoffs. Though deaf of sense might fit him better. What does he do here? I should take a picture of the door downstairs. Looked like the inside of a freezer. All iced. You ever see Sub-Zero of any anime's character use an ice move? That freezes stuff on the outside and then they blast the door down. Looks like the door has been frozen before it's kicked in. I've never seen anything like that real life. Like, never. You live in a very cold place. So that's all I can tell you. I wish you luck. Survive there. He's the keeper of the memorial area. Knows where all the names are around here. And he can point one out if you need him to. He's a little adult to be sure. But he's helped me a few times. He's also got the duty of carving new names and when their owners pass on. I see. What about Sevtai? This woman's face looks broken, and she's covered in scars. They look like bite marks, fingernails cuts. She's cradling the shreds of several rags in her hands, and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument. The name's there. Greetings. Get you back. The woman's teeth peel back, displaying a row of black cannons. What do you want of Sevtai? What's the matter? What, wrong? Those chaos men wrecked my card, attacked me, and killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore, now. They're nothing but names in the memorial wall. Don't freeze to death. Don't go outside. It's really cold. Yeah, sometimes it's surprising what kind of pro tips we have. Have to see. How can you go outside if it's minus 32? It's impossible. I hope at least pools don't work, so the students can be at home. All of my friends that go to Japan always go to Tokyo. See why? Because it's the most populated metro area in the world, but I get claustrophobia when I'm in areas with more than 1 million people, so it's kinda like, I can't see that. Yeah, it'll be unusual to see many people on the streets. In my town, in the most crowded places, you see like 10 people around you. Not so many people. Sometimes, almost in the center of the city, you can see only one person walking. Like, the street is almost empty in the center of the city, and it's 500,000 town. Chaos Man? Chaos Man, a faction, it says. What they are is an adult bunch that runs with wild through the hive, and does whatever they please. When it did no harm to them, then they open like dogs and tear apart anything within their reach. Who are these Chaos Men who attacked you? They are a Hiver gang, a bunch of adult swords. I hope it's not a bad word. I don't even know this word. Sword. That call themselves the starved dogs barking, or some such barmy nonsense. You get used to it. You know, I wouldn't mind penning some man in the death book for some coin. You get the copper? We'll talk terms. I need to get going. I get ready to brave winter hell outside. Yeah, good luck, Lucy. Have a good day. Evening. Don't freeze to death. Please. Their actions weren't just, you wish. I can see that the matter is rectified. If 3 deaths they caused, then 3 deaths shall these starved dogs suffer. No, let's talk about coins. Copper earring in your purse. If you pen 3 of those murdering swords. That book, jig. I'll see to it that they are put in the dead book. Can you tell me where they might be found? Go out the south gate, spy a ward from here, and walk around the block until you come to a place where men run in circles, howling at the sick sky. There's the starved dogs they are. Okay.
Updated my journal. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Mausoleum. I guess I cannot enter it. The northwestern portion of the hive. Hived out.
I'm gone.
This loud, grimy fellow saunters up to you and gives a quick bow. Greetings, Cutter. Is it an actual way to address someone? Cutter, or it's only for this game? I'm not sure I have ever seen anyone saying Cutter before. Maybe it's only for this game, like specifically in this universe, or it's in actual English, normal Cutter. Only a single copper for my services as a tout. What can I lead you? What can I lead you to? What's a tout? The man raises an eyebrow, then shrugs. A guide, Cutter. I points out what you need to find around this part of the hive. Alright. Though, no directions right now, thanks. Yeah. Black Abishai, there is some kind of a monster. Like a lizard. And no one pays attention to him. You thought these people will pay attention to Flying Skull? Really? This black scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin, snake-like frame. The long, prehensile tail drags behind it, and its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. Strong vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. It seems to be ignoring you. Greetings? Oh, Chief. Morty cuts in before he can speak to the creature. Bar that. You don't want to be rattling your bone box with any fiend on the street, if be. I just wanted to ask some questions. No, you don't. Morty glances at the creature, and turns back to you, and lowers his voice to a whisper. They're touchy. Let's just go. I will risk it. Yeah, Chinese communist. I'm not completely... I mean, I don't completely understand how it still works. They're communist still. I need to read more about China. I'm not well informed about China history. No, not so well. This black-scaled fiend towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin... Yeah, I've read it. Greetings. The creature slowly turns its head down to look at you. Its scaled forehead wrinkles into a frown. Then it opens its mouth, giving a low, rasping hiss. You notice that the heat radiates from the creature begins to rise. I would speak with you for a moment. The creature opens its mouth, displaying a row of blackened fangs. Fire begins to dance around the shoulders and arms of the creature as it gives a long, low hiss. He's back. The creature roars and then launches itself at you. And great, it attacked me. I guess I'm not so good at diplomacy. Not as good as I thought. It's simple. There's too many people. Change it.
Damn it. I'm hurt. Encore.
Yeah, this creature is a.
I'm really sick of you dying.
Yeah, let's see.
Cut it out, will ya?
If I die, I get back to this place.
Good as done.
I wonder if I lose any coins.
Done.
You there, hold.
All right.
Nope. Not going to talk to you.
Done.
Trying to talk to this half dragon wasn't a good idea, I guess. The post. I wonder if there are a lot of locations in the game. Or mostly just a town.
You know, if I gotta slam my eyeballs against you one more second, I'm gonna puke.
I'm gone.
How would you want to go? Like, travel? There are a lot of places. Japan, Korea, England, USA, Germany, a lot of other countries. But no actual plans right now, so
Done.
I don't know. There are also a lot of cities in Russia I haven't seen.
All right.
I actually was thinking about finishing for today, wrapping up. I was feeling a bit more energetic than yesterday, but still, it's been 3 hours, a lot of reading out loud, and I still feel a bit of sleepy. I think I will finish for today. I like the game, I will try to continue it, even though I guess it's not so interesting. It's a difficult game. To enjoy it, you need to follow the story very thoroughly, and if you watch the stream in the middle, you just don't understand what's going on.
I'm gone.
The curse of sleepiness consumes us, all of us. Yeah. Would be cool. You don't need to sleep. I would choose. If I could choose not to sleep, I would choose not to sleep.
Done. I'm gone.
And again, nice soundtrack. You already see mine from all this English. English. Is it like English in Spanish? Марин, я пытаюсь понять смысл сюжета или смысл, почему я играю в нее. Ну это прям классическая партийная RPG. Точно как Baldur's Gate или Neverwinter Nights, Pillars of Eternity, Тирания, Divinity. Если такие нравятся, то вот, дело вкуса. I think I saved like 5 times, just to be sure. Don't want to lose. Сюжетно. Здесь очень странный мир. Он основан, кстати, на типа настолке какой-то там. Очень странный мир, где ты типа бессмертный, потерявший память, пытаешься выяснить, кто ты такой. It's been a fun stream. Yeah, thanks. See you later. Have a good evening, night. See you later. Спасибо, Луша, зашел, посидел. Так что, да. Я сонный немного. И за 3,5 часа чтения подустал. Наверное, начал рано. Давай там. Удачи, пока. Пока, Ваташ. It is. It's the same in Portuguese. That's what I learned, not Spanish. Ah, yeah. It's very similar to Spanish, Portuguese. So yeah, good night.